go. Are you kind of thinking now? You said earlier in the week you thought that Andy could be your backup. Are you thinking now that it's going to be Jack? Or
We got one more day to kind of check it out, but we definitely prepped Jack all week to be ready for that. So he took some reps in practice. He's been a part of our conversations in prep, this whole time. So he's ready to go. We'll give it a shot. We'll look at it. And if I had to lean one way or the other, I would say, Jack's ready to go. And Andy's kind of a long shot there, but we'd take him if he said he could do it.
Will he make the trip?
Yes.
Either way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you guys at with Deontay's rib injury? I know he suffered a week ago. Did it get worse?
Yeah, we weren't able to practice him this week, so I just thought it was best to let that all calm down. The guys that took the reps during the week, we feel good about the execution and the way that the guys handled it, and so great opportunity for those guys. The hope is just continue to just try to revisit this next week and try to get him back to full speed.
I know you were kind of critical of how the young wide receivers played against Washington.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they had a good bounce back week?
They had a fantastic week. They bounced back with intentionality, with a focus that we asked for. They took the challenge. We all talked about it. We told the truth about what it was, and they responded the right way.
And Adam's a week away.
Yeah. We tried, and we didn't feel like we could get him back for this weekend. And we'll get him a great weekend of prep here, great weekend of rehab, and then revisit it back next week and get him out there and see if we can get him going.
How Brooks was able to take part in practice throughout the week, and that's typically been your rev up beforehand.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the outlook is a week away, or are you guys going to take your time and kind of figure out the 21-day window?
Yeah, the goal that we met this week was getting 3 straight practice days. He did that. He finished today. So again, we just have to kind of collect all the information, and I want to make sure that he's fully confident and ready to go. And I think that's another week. So we'll revisit it again. We'll go hard next week and try to get him ready.
Does the possibility exist that he does not play this year?
It could be. But again, we're just going to take it week to week right now. And I'm really hopeful that, he can stack another good week and see what we got there.
One thing I want to let y'all know is Josh is on there. We added him as question.
Dave, from the standpoint of you guys figuring out DJ Wadham, he told us about what he went through.
Yeah.
That seems like a big thing from a personal standpoint for you
Yeah.
to kind of, deal with as
Yeah.
a head coach and a first-year head coach. What did you learn about that whole situation, about how to handle stuff like that?
Yeah, I think just patience and making sure you do the right thing for the player. That's kind of with a lot of our guys that I learned about, was what's best for the player, because the bottom line is you want players to be on the field confident that they can do their job well, confident that they can help the team win, and when anything arises like that, we have to go right to what's best for the player first, and then what's best for the Panthers, and so DJ was one of those cases, and he just battled himself back onto the field this week. I was so happy to see him out there, setting edges and working on his game with his teammates.
Did keeping Deontay healthy for potential trade at the deadline go into the decision?
Those are all conversations that Dan and Brant will handle. For me, it's I want to do the best thing for Deontay, the best thing for the offense, and the continuity of what we're trying to get done. And the fact that we couldn't get him back on the field this week, I felt confident about the guys being able to step in there and do it.
You guys have shuffled the bottom of the roster a lot.
Yeah.
You're kind of have to with how many players you have on your injury report.
Yeah.
Do you feel confident that a lot of practice squad players are capable of stepping in there and kind of filling roles?
I'm excited for these guys. I've told you guys before, I get really excited for their opportunities. No players train in the off season and training camp to be a backup. They train to be able to have an opportunity to play. So when these guys step up and step in, I know that presents challenges for the group as we work together. But at the same time, my excitement and respect for the work they've put in is on the highest it could be, and so my mind always goes there for these guys, getting these moments to play in real games, to get that real experience, and even think about just our young draft picks and, Jalen Coker, for example, as well, a rookie free agent, to step in and get valuable experience on the field. While we know we have to grow with the growing pains that it comes with, it's still just invaluable for these guys.
With Adam being a week out still, but
Yeah.
how much did having him back on the field this week help those rookie guys just bounce back, like you said, after Washington?
Yeah, he's been helpful the whole time. He's been engaged with what we're doing. He challenges guys the right way. He comes to work with the plan, even in his return to play plan. He's been really professional about that part. And then to get him back on the field, having him running around, to be able to see the prep that it takes to have a great practice. A lot goes into those things, where you didn't just walk out into the field. It starts in the morning and all your body prep and your mental prep and all that to have a great practice. So it was fantastic. Just have him out there again.
And then Clowney, a full week of practice. How did he look and how does he see you?
He looked great. So really excited about Clowney.
So what's your rotation now kind of wide receiver with Deontay out, Thielen out?
Yeah. Combination of 4 guys that we can count on. So you got Coker, you got Mingo, you got Leggett, and you got David Moore. So those guys will take care of it, and they've been really in tune with our plan.
Are you anticipating using either, Blackshear or Miles to kind of fill, like if you do have an injury in that game, or are you guys going to raise up another wide receiver?
Just right now, the plan is to try to continue to develop Miles' role. That's been a big challenge for me, is to get Miles involved. He's an explosive player, and so I'll continue to just stay along that road. And Raheem's ready. He's ready. He's been prepared and all that stuff. But we're counting on the receivers we have to do the job that they did in the week.
How much more challenging does the wide receiver situation make for what is facing Bryce, who already was going to be facing the league's 5th best passing defense?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is that the guys that he's going to be playing with on Sunday practice for him did a great job. It was a really good week of practice in terms of the throwing and catching, the rhythm of all that. So just trusting in the confidence of the preparation and things that happen on the practice field, and then hoping that they show up on Sunday.
A couple guys said that they believe it's really incumbent on you or just the offense in general to get Bryce some early completions to help in his confidence. Is that something?
That's with every quarterback. I try to put our guys in a situation to have success early, so that they can get that rhythm. And they can find confidence in being able to rip the ball. So that's always a premium, whether it's Bryce and Andy or whomever it is. But that's a good point, Joe. Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things some of your defensive players were saying was that Bryce was not hesitating. He was just winging it out there as a scout team quarterback. It seemed like in games sometimes he may have been a little hesitant to do that. Is that an area maybe that he's improved in that you've seen? Or
Yeah, all I can say is this week he had a fantastic week. He threw with confidence, off of his back foot, went through his progressions, did what we asked him to do, and that's my expectation for Bryce, is just do your one part of it. Get us to the right runs, get our protections where they need to be, and throw it to the first open guy. And if he's not there, progress. And so I try to make it just as clean, as simple as possible. And we know how challenging Sundays are. So just want him to make sure he knows that. Just do your part.
kind of suggested just put some quarterback runs in based on what he saw from Bryce with the scout team?
Clowney did. Oh, good. Shoot, we might have a couple up our sleeve.